All right, it's been a while since that first reaction, but that time that has passed since that video has allowed me to give this album quite a few more listens, and I'm glad that so much time has passed because it allowed for me to really allow this album to sink in and to generate some final thoughts. So, how are you guys? My name is Doug. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, if this is the first video that you're watching, I would recommend that you watch that first reaction first to this project, Pray for Paris, so that you understand where I'm coming from in this video. And I'm very happy to see you guys here today. I'm very happy that you guys decided to tune into this video to really get my final opinions on this project. And final, in quotes, because the more you listen to a project, the more you catch new things. So I don't know that there is a way to get a final opinion on this, but definitely a more, how can I say this, well-founded opinion, basically, on this project for sure. So I'm happy that you decided to tune in. Before we get into it, I do want to plug the social media and the Patreon. Supporting the Patreon and becoming a member on the channel are great ways to really show some support, because that's how I kind of crowdfund all the different ideas that I have for different series, different kinds of videos, and that allows me to really execute them on the channel, different segments that I want to do and things like that. And I really open up to the patrons about those new ideas so that they know exactly where their money is going, whenever they donate to the channel. And it's just a really great way to show support. It's the reason I'm able to produce videos as often as I possibly can. It's the reason I'm able to post, 4 or 5 videos a week, sometimes more. And the patrons are absolutely the reason that this channel is going as strong as it is today. So a huge shout out to them for all their support. And if you feel like supporting that way, that would be really cool as well. If you're not able to, or if you simply don't feel like it, you can also support by subscribing, sharing the videos with people, following the social media. Yeah, just thank you all so much, because there's over 15,000 of you now, and so it's because of you guys' support that this channel is growing as steadily as it is, and I'm just super thankful. So I wanted to get that out of the way right in the beginning. And also, I wanted to say this. You guys need to chill, dude. I placed a warning at the beginning of that video saying, look, this is the first listen. On my first listen, I did not enjoy this project very much, and these thoughts are not final. I'm working on a final thoughts video, so don't take these opinions too seriously, or don't regard them too heavily. And you guys just did not care at all, man. You guys act like when I dislike one of your favorite projects, or when I dislike an album that you guys like, you take it so personally, dude. You guys feel like you guys act as though I am like personally attacking you and your music taste, and that's not the case, man. It's okay for you to like a project that I dislike, and for me to like a project that you dislike, and that's fine. Like, everything I say on this channel is just an opinion. There's no need to get so riled up. So whether you agree with me or not, man, just chill out, take a breather. Don't stress yourself over people's opinions online, because I mean, if you're getting stressed over that, that's just, it's not good for you. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your sanity, just to be constantly arguing with people online, man. It's no reason for it, It's music and it's subjective. There's no way to be entirely objective about every single thing, not even if you're somebody who's been doing this for 10 plus years like Anthony Fantano. You always have your personal music tastes and the things that you enjoy going into a project. So I mean, it is what it is, man. Like what you like, and that's it. So I do want to say that with every single listen, this album makes a little more sense to me. I had never listened to any of Griselda's music or anything like that. I had no idea what to expect really going into it. I wasn't familiar with their voices, with their sound, with their styles, with their deliveries, anything like that. And so it was jarring to me at first. It's a lot of you people act like, something can't be different to somebody at first. If something doesn't make sense to you immediately, you must not know anything about music. It's so funny, the reactions that I got, man. But still, yeah, it was jarring and it was unexpected. And so I did have a really averse reaction to it. Westside Gunn's voice was very shrill, very annoying, very abrasive. And a lot of you said that it would grow on me. I wouldn't say that it grew on me, but it definitely got more and more easy to listen to. I don't think that it's pleasant or that it sounds good necessarily, like it's not a good voice, but it definitely doesn't sound as harsh or as annoying as it did. It's not great, but it's not a bad sound. So I'm able to listen to it, just fine, well enough. A lot of these beats, I was expecting something along the lines of what is more mainstream nowadays, and so when I didn't get that, it was jarring and I had an adverse reaction to it. And I still would say that some of these beats don't really work that well. A lot of them do go on for a little too long with loops that are a little too simple. And I get that it's minimalistic production and all that, but you know, when you have it going on for 4 or 5 minutes, it does get kind of boring, you know, at some point during the track. But still, I would say that for the most part, these beats grew on me as well. And the sound to a few of them I particularly enjoy, like 327, that Freddie Gibbs track, $500 Ounces. You know, the I think it's Allah Sent Me. They have really dark, like gritty sounds, like evil sounding beats almost. So those are the ones that I truly like, really enjoyed. I'll get into the standout tracks, my favorite tracks, because I'm assuming that some of you guys are probably interested in that. My favorite tracks off this project are George Bondo, 327, Eurostep, Allah Sent Me, $500 Ounces, and the last one, Eli Joliba. All the other tracks, I understand them and I get them, and you know, they're cool and all, but I wouldn't say that they're bad like I did on my first reaction. After subsequent listens, they definitely make a little more sense to me and they're easier to listen to. But whether it's, you know, a performance that I don't enjoy so much, or it's the production that I don't enjoy so much, or a feature even that I don't enjoy so much, some of these other tracks just didn't really make the cut for me. But yeah, I will say this, you know, to its credit, this project did grow on me, like a lot, because like I said, the more I listened to it, the more familiar I got with their production and with their sound and with the style and with the angle that they were coming from, and that that style that they're going for. I was able to learn to appreciate it in the same way that I had to learn to appreciate, for example, JPEG Mafia's sound. You know, look at my veteran reaction and then look at my All My Heroes Are Cornball reactions. You know, I have two very different approaches to both those listens, because in that span of time that happened between them, I learned to appreciate JPEG Mafia and his sound and his you know, style and things like that. So that's the same case with this. I had to learn to come to appreciate it, and appreciate it I did. You know, I vibed to some of these tracks, man. My favorite track on this is the Freddie Gibbs one and the Rock Marciano track, the $500 Ounces. That's got to be the best track on this project, followed by the 327. You know, what's the one where Westside Gunn has a really annoying verse? I think it's Allah Sent Me. Yeah, Allah Sent Me, Westside Gunn. I'm not a fan of his performance on that one, but the beat is just so good and the features are so great that I learned to, you know, deal with it and put up with it just fine. So like these tracks, man, they make so much more sense to me now, and they grew on me a lot, and I expected them to. I always give these albums the benefit of the doubt, which is why I always say, whenever I have like an averse first reaction to a track or to a project, I always say, I'm gonna give it a few more listens, I'm gonna see whether it grows on me or not, because a lot of the times they do grow on me. The Life of Pierre 4 also grew on me a lot, and everyone still thinks I hate that project because I never did a follow-up video on it. I just pinned a new comment to the comment section, but none of these opinions are final, man, you know? So the albums grow on me, and I think that's just, it's awesome that I'm able to appreciate these albums. You know, I'm not the type of person to just say this is trash and just throw it away and never give it another chance. So seriously, guys, like you guys got so upset that I didn't enjoy this, and I knew that it was silly because I knew that this project, by the time the comments started coming in, I had already listened to the album a few more times and I already enjoyed it a little bit more. So I knew that it was silly how upset people were getting, but I also understood it would be that way until I posted this video. So I would say that this project, on my first listen, if you had asked me, I would give this like a 3 or a 4. You know, I was just super upset, didn't enjoy it very much, didn't understand it, didn't get, you know, the sound that these guys were going for, didn't really enjoy the production all that much because I was focused so much on how annoying Westside Gunn's voice sounded to me. If you had to ask me now, the way that this project grew on me, I would probably give it somewhere between a 7 and a 7.5. And I know that some of you guys might still disagree with that. A lot of you guys probably want to hear, you know, an 8 or above for this project. But I don't think that this project is necessarily as brilliant as some people do. But I do think it's really good, you know, and I think that for my personal experience and the experience that I had listening to it and going through it and having it grow on me, I think a 7 to a 7.5 is fair. So yeah, guys, you know, I thoroughly enjoy this project. Every now and then I'll still put it on and I'll listen to it in the background, and a lot of these tracks definitely are very much more enjoyable to me now. Like I said, those favorite tracks that I mentioned, those 6, made it onto my favorite songs playlist. I have them in rotation a lot. And yeah, it was just a really fun time learning to appreciate this new style, this new new artist really that I had never really heard of. And the style isn't new, but it's fresh nowadays because not many people have that same swagger, that same sound anymore. So it was nice coming to appreciate something new. And I'm sure that a lot of you guys might be happy that the album actually grew on me and I enjoyed it a lot more. But I really don't have too much to say other than the project grew on me a lot, and I was wrong for being maybe overly critical on a first listen because, like I said, these albums grow on me afterwards, and so maybe being overly harsh the first time around was wrong. But you can't help liking what you like and how you react to these albums the first time around. So yeah, this is a very good project, thoroughly enjoyable. Definitely looking forward to listening to Benny the Butcher and Griselda projects and Westside Gunn's future projects, and maybe understanding them a little bit better now that I've become familiar with this, or maybe even going back and listening to some older projects. That might be fun too. So that's that. Those are my updated opinions on this. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I'll be back in another video very soon. Until then, stay safe. Peace out.